These are my Kunes. I named them Chris. The boys Chris and the girls April. um, I don't know too much about them, but I do know they are a lot easier to take care than Mangalitsa's. I had Mangalitsa's and couldn't really contain them. So, but these are my pair. They're not registered. They're for meat, so I'm not. They're for butchering, so I'm not too concerned about them being registered or not. The boy Chris is double wattle, and April has none. They are pretty good pigs. They have tested my fence, but my fence weren't really secure. So I'm gonna try to do that today. Hopefully build them a little pen. I've been just letting them out when I'm home in my area, and they are pretty good. Surprisingly, the pigs, they really like companion. The minute they see me in the morning, they start running to me. I was more concerned about them being afraid of me, but so far they've been pretty good. They haven't done any damage, unlike my Mangalitsa's. My Mangalitsa's would have probably ate all my fruit trees. These guys haven't touched any of my fruit trees, haven't touched any of my veggies. The quality of meat, to be honest, is nothing compared to Mangalitsa's. The Mangalitsa's have more red meat. These guys have more fat to ratio. I just got to learn how to raise mine to where it gets more red meat than to have too much fat. The last pig, or the last boar I butchered, was really fatty. It's good if you're rendering lard for cooking, but I don't really cook too much, to be honest. I usually just eat clean. I don't use cooking oil too much. Most of my stuff is blanch or boil, so I don't really cook with oil. I do, if I do, I'll try to use these guys fat. So they are easy to take care of. They are easy to maintain. Like from, I want to say, when the grass starts growing, February, I want to say through July, they will just graze on these grass. And my water is not strong enough to water these grass, so I won't be able to keep them green through the summer. The acid water, I really have to rebuild my canal. Otherwise, there's no funnel to my land right now. So I would really have to dig, and it's kind of spendy. I just looked at it. It probably cost me about $400 to get water from May through, I want to say, September. I'll see if my neighbor's getting water. If my neighbor's not getting water, I may consider getting water. But I think that not this year, maybe not this year. I might put it off because I only have 2 pigs, and I don't really think it's too expensive. But definitely next year, though, I think if I'm gonna have more pigs, I will have to get the acid water to kind of flood my fields to keep the grass green. But yeah, my water is not strong enough. The pressure is not strong enough. If I extend to 200 feet or so, the water is probably about 20 gallons per minute. I mean, it's still water, but it's kind of weak. But getting back to Kunes, these are super easy to maintain. They're super friendly. They're very nice. They don't try to bite you. I mean, my Mangalitsa mama did bite me one time because I was messing with her. But so these guys have really good temper. The meat, in honesty, I've only had one time, so I'm not sure to really say if it's good or not. But I'm gonna buy another boar, and I'm gonna probably raise it to the side, keep them away from these two. That way I don't know. We'll see. I'll render him a little, or not render, but I'll keep him to where he's eating mainly grass. The folks that I buy it from feed pellets, so I'm gonna try to put him on grass only for a couple of weeks before butchering and see how that goes. But I think I kind of like these pigs. You know, I let them out in the field and they're pretty peaceful. I do enjoy them. I just need to build a better fence to keep them contained. I don't mind when I'm around, but if I leave my gates open, I'm afraid they might get out in the streets and my neighbors may not like that. So but yeah, Kunes, I would recommend getting Kunes if you're doing a homestead. I think they're a lot smaller to manage. I don't think they get much bigger than Chris here. Chris is I'm guessing maybe 120, 140 right now. She's gotten quite April's gotten quite bigger. But I read that they get up to 300 pounds, but I doubt that mine will get that size unless I keep them for years and years out. So these guys are fairly young. I believe this guy's 14 plus months, and then she's only about 10 months. So they're fairly young. He's about what some folks would butcher. I did butcher one about that size, so maybe it wasn't the right time to butcher, but I'll do a little bit more research about Kunes. As of right now, they're pet friendly. They're pretty cool. These were impulse buy because they got them for a really good price. The guy gave me a really good price, or actually the gal gave me a really good price, and then her husband's like, no, we charge more than that. These guys have to go for more than that. But nonetheless, I got them really good. They are ranging anywhere from $100 to $300, depending on if they're registered. Registered pigs are still fetching a pretty high price, above $300 to $400. But I mean, I don't care if they're paper. My pigs, they're just for butchering. So it is good to have pure pigs though. You don't want to mix because mix will root. They will root. These guys don't. They're super awesome where they just kind of graze and move on. They don't completely devastate a area. If you keep them in an area for like maybe 4 or 5 days, I did keep them in a 4x8 pen for a couple of days, and they ate just about 80% of the grass, but they didn't really kill it. My mangalitsa's would have just devastated everything. So I just gotta build a really good fence for them, or area for them to kind of roam around to keep them busy. But yeah, I'll do more research and I'll do some better videos on Kunes. They do live pretty long life, but I don't anticipate to keep mine past 10 plus years. I'm hoping to get a couple litters of her, and if I do like them, I may buy like truly known registered pigs. Not register, I don't care about the registration, but I do care to know that they're pure Kunes, because they true Kunes won't eat meat, won't eat other stuff. So that's what you don't want to get, where my pig is trying to get under the ground now. There's a mole that I have a lot of these things, voles. So she loves to dirt bath. Yeah, it's probably a good time for me to get out to run some errands now that they're falling asleep. So today is Monday. I did take today off I knew I was gonna be doing a lot of outdoor work, so I'm actually pretty beat. But yeah, they'll be sleeping here for a while. They just sleep out in the open. Oh, again, Kunes or Kunes.